let the dogs out. What we're looking at today is this brand new shiny warship without the shine. All right, just bloody brilliant. All right, this is Atlantic Ocean. The USS Gerald R is sailing alongside its NATO allies during its first deployment. All right, so this thing is just a technological marvel. The largest warship in the world, and the U.S. Navy's newest and most technologically advanced aircraft carrier is in European waters for its first deployment. Now, training in NATO and everywhere, every military in NATO right now, training, taking it up a notch is an understatement by about 50. The real world affairs are having a major effect on the intensity of training, which, the largest warship in the world and the U.S. Navy's newest, most technologically advanced aircraft carrier, all right? It's the USS Gerald R. Recently concluded Exercise Silent Wolverine, a series of maritime drills off the coast of Portugal, involving 11 warships with 6 other NATO allies. So you can see Spain. During the exercise, the aircraft carrier launched and recovered strike fighters, surveillance aircraft, electronic warfare aircraft, and helicopters while coordinating with ships from Canada, Denmark, France, Deutschland, the Netherlands, and Spain. Working together in the multinational carrier strike group Silent Wolverine gave NATO allies a chance to see the USS Gerald R. in action and familiarize themselves with its systems. Now, this is, to me, the real strength of NATO, because there's more than one way to a cat. So, seeing how other people use the same product, right, in different ways, because people go attack a problem from a different angle, and one's not necessarily more right than the other. In certain situations, one will be right. In other situations, the other way will be more right. And having this, the one issue that can happen in militaries is standardization. And standardization it can be a bane.
Don't get me wrong. SOPs, standard operating procedures, are what makes the military click. There's Squad 1, you put your hand exactly on these positions. Squad 2, these positions, and everything else. SOPs. I love them.
So the USS Gerald R. made its first foreign port call in Halifax, Canada. Following Silent Wolverine, it visited Portsmouth in the UK, giving the UK and other NATO officials a chance to see the ship in person. The first ship in a new class of supercarriers, the USS Gerald R. uses electromagnetic catapults to launch jets, breaking with the steam power system used by carriers for decades. Steam, the systems behind steam, it's pretty intense, right? And then they rust, they corrode, and it blows off steam, on the deck. So other things get rusted. There's a lot of issues. Just the steam, water and steam form. It just very destructive. And so this is a super increase. This is a quality increase. So the first ship, they made electromagnetic catapults to launch jets, breaking with the steam power system, right? So the new system requires fewer sailors to operate, and its power levels can be calibrated for specific aircraft. See, steam could be calibrated too. It's a lot of work is involved in that. More work, like devices, stuff like that. But it was basically set right? You can adjust, but it's well. Anyway, so this is all totally less wear and tear, and lower long-term maintenance costs. So the steam is unbelievable. This new system, electromagnetic to launch a jet. So that's a superpower. They figured something out. This is. Can you see the new trains? Footage includes. This is all kinds of stuff, right? But that's the carrier strike group is under sail. The USS Gerald R. Ford launched in recovering aircraft and replenishing at sea. We got maintainers fixing jets in the hangar bay there, as well as interview with USS, only two S's, Gerald R. Ford Captain Paul Lanzinola and the Royal Canadian Rear Admiral David Patchett, Vice Commander of the USS Second Fleet. So, definitely punching above our weight in Canada here. So, some of the jets, we got the FA-18F Super Hornet. So the Super Hornet's a really good jet, really good in the Arctic. The dual thing. It's got a lot of good capabilities for Arctic warfare, in my opinion. Others may have others. Of course, we got some more personnel, but the Super Hornets. That's basically most of them that are launching. Well, this being in Portugal, that's it's moving out, and I don't know. This is an amazing ship. Not just a little ship. This is an amazing ship. So Jens Stoltenberg is at he just did a speech at the 68th annual session of the NATO Parliamentary Assembly, the NPA, and he said a bunch of things on this thing. But the third, resilience. One of our main messages to the Madrid's strategic concept is a link between strong defenses and strong societies. The war in Ukraine has exposed some key vulnerabilities. For too long, we have been dependent. Another thing. So he's.
So we're here
we go.
To conduct high-level maritime operations across the spectrum. We're here to showcase the Gerald R. Ford, conduct flight operations, and then integrate allies and partners, allies from Germany, France, Denmark, Spain, Canada, and the Netherlands, and work together so that we continue to refine procedures, refine our communications, and just demonstrate that security and that peaceful operations within the Atlantic Ocean.
So the Ford benefits from operating with our allies in many ways. First of all, our ship is a command and control node. We're a flagship. So I host multiple staffs on the ship already, and then hosting liaison officers is something that navies need to do, that the United States Navy needs to do when we deploy into a theater of war or peace. We need to be able to coordinate, collaborate, integrate with our allies. So that's one thing, just talking among each other, collaborating, having a battle rhythm, having the meetings that we have each day on a network that we all can use. That's really important. And then in terms of our exercise out here, our Exercise Silent Wolverine, we're able to have a much more robust presentation with more ships involved. Yeah, USS Gerald R. Ford is our nation's newest carrier nuclear-powered warship. First one to be developed from scratch in over 40 years after the Nimitz class, so we're excited about the new technologies that Ford brings to the table. The most prominent ones are the electromagnetic aircraft launch system and the advanced arresting gear. We can shoot aircraft at a wider range in terms of weights of aircraft. So as aircraft evolve in the coming years, and we anticipate using more unmanned vehicles, those might be lighter than the large fighters and strike fighters that we're shooting right now. and we anticipate less stress on those aircraft, so less lifetime cost on the aircraft too. So a whole host of benefits